listen to me very carefully. If you are watching this before October 17, it is not an accident. This message was sent to find you. God has spoken, and there are 3 miracles already on their way to you. The enemy wanted to distract you, to make you doubt, to make you give up before your season arrived. But the Spirit of God led you here because heaven has marked this time for your divine turnaround. You may have cried, you may have prayed in silence, you may have wondered if God still remembers your name, but He is saying to you, now your waiting is over, your miracle is already moving toward you. Every moment you stayed faithful, every tear you shed in secret has been seen and recorded in heaven. So don't scroll away. Don't let this word pass you by. Something powerful is about to take place in your life that will confirm God has been working all along. And if you believe this message was meant for you, stay connected to what heaven is speaking in this season. Subscribe to this channel right now so you never miss what God reveals next, because your miracle might just be one word away. When God begins to align divine connections in your life, it never happens by coincidence. Every encounter, every conversation, and every person who crosses your path in this season carries a purpose that heaven has already arranged. There are moments when you feel isolated, when people you depended on walk away, and when familiar circles no longer feel like home. But what looks like separation is actually preparation. God removes certain relationships not to punish you, but to create space for the ones that will carry you into your next level. You must understand that destiny is never fulfilled in isolation. It requires people who are chosen, people who are prepared, and people who can see what you carry even when the world overlooks you. The reason some doors never opened before is because you were surrounded by the wrong hands trying to hold the key. But now, heaven is sending divine helpers, individuals who are assigned to recognize your calling, support your purpose, and walk beside you through the transition that's about to take place. You will know them not by what they say, but by what you feel in your spirit when they speak. God's timing will bring them when you least expect it, yet exactly when you need them. These connections will not drain you. They will strengthen you. They will not pull you backward. They will lift you higher. You have been tested to see if your heart could handle the weight of new relationships designed by heaven, because divine alignment cannot mix with carnal intentions. This is why your past season was filled with rejection. It was not personal. It was spiritual. Every no protected you from distraction. Every closed door kept you from counterfeit opportunities. Now, as this shift begins, you will notice divine patterns. Someone will say something that confirms what you prayed about in secret. A call will come at the perfect moment. A message will remind you that God is not silent. These are signs that alignment is taking place. When heaven moves, it never shouts, it whispers through moments that only your spirit can recognize. Stay alert, because the ones being sent now are part of your assignment, not your entertainment. Do not chase connections. Position yourself through obedience. The right people will find you when you are standing where God told you to be. Stop trying to make everyone understand your path. The ones who are meant to walk with you will already feel drawn to your spirit. They will not compete with your growth. They will contribute to it. They will not question your faith. They will strengthen it. This alignment is not temporary, it is covenant. It will carry purpose, it will build stability, and it will open doors that your own effort never could. When divine connections appear, you will know, because peace will surround the moment. Nothing forced, nothing manipulated, only a deep knowing that this is God's doing. In the days ahead, certain conversations will unlock opportunities that change everything. Be sensitive to divine instruction. You are not being positioned for small progress. You are being positioned for supernatural acceleration. The favor coming will not depend on your qualifications, but on your alignment with God's will. Every right connection He sends carries a key that fits a door you couldn't open before. This is the season when divine order replaces confusion and heavenly timing unfolds in ways that seem impossible. Trust the movement. Stay humble. Stay ready. God is connecting the right people, the right places, and the right moments to lead you into the miracle that has been waiting for you all along. There are moments in life when everything feels like it has been delayed. You pray, you wait, and you watch time pass, wondering why nothing seems to move. You see others receiving what you've been believing for, and deep down you question if heaven has forgotten your name. But what you cannot see is that every delay has been divine. God has not been ignoring you. He has been preparing what is meant for you. Blessings that come too early can destroy the very foundation meant to hold them. Timing is not punishment. It is protection. When heaven withholds something, it is not because you are unworthy, but because the season has not yet matured enough to handle the weight of your promise. Right now, there are blessings that have been waiting for God's word to be released over your life. These are not ordinary blessings. They are designed to change generations. You have been asking for doors to open, but God has been building the walls to make sure they can stand once they do. Every moment of waiting has been sacred. It taught you endurance. It stretched your faith, and it shaped your character. Without the delay, you would not have learned the discipline needed to maintain the miracle once it arrives. What felt like denial was simply divine construction. God was aligning every person, place, and opportunity that will soon appear in your path. Heaven has already written the script for your turnaround. There are blessings that have been sealed, waiting for this appointed time. And now, as you step into a new spiritual season, those hidden treasures are beginning to unfold. Doors that remained locked for years will suddenly open with ease. Calls you never expected will arrive. Opportunities that seemed impossible will find you because you are no longer in the same position you were before. The delay allowed your heart to grow strong enough to carry divine responsibility. You are no longer who you were. Your faith has matured. Heaven responds not to emotion but to preparation. You have been refined, and now the release is near. Look closely at the details of your life in this season. Small things will begin to shift. You will sense that what once resisted you is now working in your favor. Resources will begin to locate you without your effort. People will appear with answers to prayers you never spoke out loud. This is how divine release works. It does not come with noise, Close, but with quiet confirmation that something greater is unfolding. God's favor will start to follow you in ways that will not make sense to others. It is not luck. It is the manifestation of years of faithfulness. The delay you endured was never wasted time. It was the foundation for supernatural acceleration. Be careful not to let impatience ruin what God is doing. Sometimes we try to move too quickly because we fear missing our moment. But your moment cannot be stolen. What God has written for you will not pass you by. Even if you took a wrong turn, He can redirect the path. The hidden blessings that were delayed are not lost. They are stored. The time has come for release, and when it happens, it will not come in fragments, it will come in fullness. Your cup will not only fill, it will overflow. You will stand in the place that once felt unreachable and realize that the waiting was worth it. God is not late. He is precise. Every delay was a setup for perfect timing. And now that the season has turned, what was hidden will rise, what was broken will heal, and what was promised will finally appear before your eyes. Every tear that fell in silence was seen. Every night you wrestled with pain while pretending to be strong was recorded in heaven. Nothing you endured went unnoticed. The reason the battle was long was because the blessing attached to it carries weight. You have been walking through a season that tested everything inside you. Your patience, your faith, your trust in God, your hope for tomorrow. You felt the pressure build so heavily that you questioned if you could survive it. But God was not trying to destroy you. He was preparing the foundation for your favor. The pain you faced became the fire that purified your spirit. It burned away weakness, fear, and doubt. What remains now is strength refined through struggle. When everything seemed against you, heaven was silent, not absent. God was watching how you would respond when nothing made sense. You prayed, and the answer didn't come. You waited, and nothing changed. But every moment of stillness built spiritual muscle. The silence of God is not the absence of His power. It is the stage where faith learns to breathe. You were not being punished. You were being trusted. God does not place heavy burdens on fragile souls. The reason your battle felt unbearable is because your anointing carries influence. Before God lifts you, He tests the weight you can carry. He wanted to see if you could hold peace in pain, faith in confusion, and gratitude in waiting. Your endurance became your greatest testimony. Every time you wanted to give up, but didn't, heaven recorded it as obedience. The pain that broke you also built you. What was meant to destroy your confidence became the training ground for authority. You learned to pray differently. You learned to trust without understanding. You learned to worship while wounded. Those who watched you fall will now witness you rise. Flow, the favor coming to your life is not ordinary. It is the reward for surviving what others could not. Every wound is now a mark of strength. Every scar a reminder that grace carried you when nothing else could. The storm was never the enemy. It was the messenger preparing you for rain after drought. You must realize now that the pain was not random. It was divine design. Without the breaking, there would be no breakthrough. Without pressure, there would be no power. You asked for growth, and God answered through challenges. You wanted promotion, and He gave preparation. What you saw as loss was actually alignment. Every delay, every disappointment, every betrayal was a part of the process that molded your spirit into the vessel it needed to be. The pain positioned you for visibility. The rejection made room for redirection. The tears cleansed your vision so that you could finally see what God had been showing you all along. Now you are stepping into a different realm. The same pain that made you question everything is now the testimony that will unlock favor. The strength you built in darkness will shine as light to others. When you speak, your words will carry depth because they come from experience. You are not the same as before. You carry the fragrance of survival, the power of endurance, the authority of one who has seen God's hand in the middle of chaos. The pain did not defeat you. It defined you. It taught you that faith is not about seeing the result, but believing in the promise. Now heaven will honor what you endured. The battle is ending, and the blessing is beginning. What was taken from you will be returned in double measure. What was broken will be restored with beauty. The pain you carried has become the key that opens doors no force can close. There are moments in life when everything suddenly begins to make sense. The pieces that never seemed to fit start forming a picture you could not see before. You begin to understand that every struggle, every loss, every delay was not random. It was all guiding you toward a divine confirmation that God had never abandoned you. Before a miracle appears in the natural, it is first completed in the spiritual. What you are about to witness is the evidence of what heaven already decided. You have prayed, you have waited, you have endured long seasons of uncertainty, but now the proof of God's faithfulness is about to be revealed in your life. Nothing can stop what He has already declared. Every obstacle that once stood in your way is about to bow to the authority of His word. This confirmation will not come through ordinary signs. It will appear through moments that shake your heart. Someone you least expect will speak words that echo what you prayed in private. A door you stopped knocking on will open without effort. You will see people return, opportunities resurface, and situations suddenly align. It will not make sense through human logic because this is not man's doing. It is divine orchestration. God has been weaving invisible threads between your prayers and His promises, and now He is pulling them together for manifestation. You will feel it in your spirit before you see it with your eyes. The peace that follows will be undeniable. That peace will be the confirmation that heaven has signed your miracle into existence. God's confirmation comes after you have proven that your faith can stand without visible proof. When you trusted Him with nothing to hold, He began building everything you needed behind the curtain. The silence that once made you anxious will now make sense. You will realize that God was never ignoring you. He was positioning you. Every unanswered question will find its resolution, not through explanation, but through transformation. You will look back and see that what you called waiting was actually protection. The timing you thought was late was in fact perfect. The people who left had to leave so the right ones could enter. Every closed door was divine mercy, not rejection. Now, as the season shifts, all that confusion will turn into clarity. You will notice that even your thoughts will begin to change. Fear will fade. Doubt will lose power. Your words will carry new confidence because you will know deep within your spirit that God is moving. The same situations that once caused pain will now carry peace. You will no longer question the process because the evidence of His hand will surround you. This is not just a blessing, it is divine proof that every tear had purpose. The confirmation will not be loud, it will be undeniable. It will reach your heart before it reaches your hands. You will know it by the peace it brings, by the joy it stirs, and by the doors that open effortlessly. Before October 17, peace that flows, you will have a moment that leaves no doubt in your mind that heaven heard your cry. It might be an opportunity that comes out of nowhere or a message that answers the very thing you whispered in prayer. Whatever form it takes, you will know it is God. It will carry His signature of perfect timing. It will come gently but powerfully, like a whisper that changes everything. You will not have to explain it. People around you will see the difference. They will recognize that something beyond human control has touched your life. This confirmation will remind you that you were never forgotten, never unseen, never forsaken. God has been writing your story. And now the evidence of His promise is about to be revealed in full. And now listen to me closely, because this is the moment where everything changes. Before October 17, heaven will move in ways that no power on earth can stop. The things that looked dead will rise again. The doors that refused to open will swing wide. The people who doubted you will witness what faith can do when God decides the time is now. You have cried. You have waited. You have believed even when there was no sign, and that faith has reached heaven. This is your moment of divine reversal. The same pain that once broke you will now become proof of God's greatness working through you. When He moves, He does not whisper. He shakes everything around you until His promise stands clear before your eyes. So hold your head high, lift your spirit, and say it boldly. God, I am ready for what you have prepared. Because before October 17, the impossible will turn possible. Every delay will become destiny. Every no will turn into a divine yes. You will not chase blessings. Blessings will locate you. The world will see that when God says something, it cannot be undone. This is your sign. This is your moment. Get ready, because heaven has marked your name for miracles. If this message touched your heart, don't just watch and scroll. Stay connected to what God is doing in this season. Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned, because your next testimony might just be the one that changes someone else's faith forever. Your miracle is already in motion. Believe it, speak it, receive it,